Good evening, high school football tonight as we get a couple of team seasons underway here from Jeromeburg Field on the Mayville State University campus. Mayport CG and Hatton-Northwood both in their season openers. So neither team with a record so far coming into this season. Hatton-Northwood, they've got a new journey here for the next couple of seasons as they are now in Class AA football. Mayport CG did not get moved from last year. They are still in Class A ball. But these two teams will square off in a non-conference matchup tonight. Dan Keating talked with both of the coaches, Mike Bradner, coach of the Patriots, and Justin Foss, coach of the Thunder.
Busy on the pregame show now with Mike Bradner, coach of the Mayport CG football team. And Mike, you open up the season here tonight. You guys have been practicing for a couple of weeks, and it's probably about time to play a game.
You bet. It's always good to get that first game out of the way and start hitting somebody else other than our teammates, and having coaches stand in for to give looks and things to our kids. But with our young kids on the line, it's been good to have this time to develop a little bit and to make sure they have a good idea of what they're doing.
Coming in, you guys had an outstanding season last year. You went 10-1. You won the region title. Obviously, you're going to come in this year now, and you got, as you said, the line. You got some new guys to fit in there, but you do have some veterans back, so you got a nucleus to build around anyway.
You bet, and we've been working on building the program over the last several years, and I think things are starting to fall in place a little bit, and certainly you want to build off of the previous season's success, but it's a brand new year, and we're going to measure our success by the progress and growth that our kids have throughout the year. And it's not all about the wins and losses. It's about kids developing together and working together as a team, and that's our main focus. And if we take care of those things, those wins are going to take care of themselves too.
A lot of younger guys out this year, which is good to see, but it gives you good numbers overall.
You bet. We're really pleased with our freshman classes coming in with real solid numbers, and that's how you build a program. We got to keep those numbers up and keep those kids involved, whether they're starting at the JV program or whether they're contributing in many different ways, whether it's at practice or all those types of things. I think they're really they're buying in on the fact that they can contribute whether they're on the field on Friday night or not.
You guys, last year you had to play some sophomores to fill in some spots. They're a year older, and you got some veterans, but on the other hand, you got some young veterans.
Yeah, we do, and that's nice to have that experience in our younger players too. So we don't have a lot of seniors, but the seniors that we do have are very solid, and they won't be coming off the field very much.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking at the seniors you have back with guys like Brady Broughton and Chad Rakowski and David Fury and guys like that, they're going to be big keys to your ball club.
They really are. They're going to be good leaders for us, and they've had experience all the way up through, and they've been with our program from the beginning, and we just feel really confident in their abilities and what they're going to bring to the table and how they're going to contribute. And it's going to take those younger guys to fill in as role players and learn what they need to do, and for it all to come together.
Kevin Grashevsky back at full strength this year. He's a senior, but he's a good athlete, and it's good to have him.
I think Kevin's going to be kind of a sleeper. Not too many teams know about him. He started for us as a sophomore, and now it's good to have him back this year. And he's fired up to play after a year off of not playing. So it's going to be fun to see Kevin take the field tonight.
So your quarterback, Luke Loren, started as a sophomore last year. It's kind of in a great situation where if the kid stays healthy, you got a 3-year quarterback.
We do, and he had a solid year last year. He for a few growing pains early maybe, but he stepped right in there, and he's developed into a very good quarterback, and I think certainly one of the best around the state. I think he's over the next 2 years. We got to feel good about that.
Running the ball last year, you had 3 guys who were real good at running the ball. You returned one of them in Chad Rakowski, and obviously you're going to look for big things for him, but you're going to, obviously, some other guys will have to help out back there.
You bet. like you said, we had a solid running game, but it was kind of, we refer to it as our three-headed monster. We had three guys that from week to week you didn't know who was going to step up and have the big game, and certainly we would, we would game plan around focusing on the strengths of one of those individuals depending on the teams we were playing, and Chad was one of those three, and he had solid numbers last year. I know he averaged over 6 yards a carry, but probably didn't get the number of touches that a lot of running backs around the state have gotten, and it's going to be fun to see Chad be more of a featured back this year. And the great thing about Chad, he's got such good hands too, and we can get the ball to him in many different ways.
Ryan Boldock is a fold-up back that played some for you there last year, but he's probably better known for his defensive play, and looks like you're going to have him in the backfield, and you've got a couple of guys that played well on the defensive side as youngsters last year, and Darryl Collins, some of those other guys, and they're all back and hopefully a year stronger and wiser to what's going on out there.
You bet. I think on the defensive side of the ball, we return more starters than we do on the offensive side, and we've got really good team speed on the defensive side of the ball, and I think we're gonna test a lot of other teams' offenses, and hopefully our defense is there to give our offense field position. And like we stated earlier, the offensive line is going to be a little bit young, but we've got good size there, and those guys are really working hard to come together and learn the system to the level you need to know it at a varsity level, and I think they're going to be just fine.
You try to maybe put a few new wrinkles in this year here and there?
Yeah, we traditionally we've done a lot of the double wing, and like I said, we're going to be looking for Rakowski as more of a featured back this year, and then try to spread the ball around with the quality of quarterback we have, and we've got some exceptional receivers with Brady Broughton and David Feary and Kevin Grishewski receiving the ball. So it's going to be fun to watch. We're going to try to spread our offense out a little bit and try to be able to take advantage of mismatches, whether it be through the running game or passing game, or depending on what presents itself each week.
Maybe a little more two-back or one-back type sets this year?
Well, I think we'll probably be a little more two-back sets with Baldock at the fullback position and Rakowski at the tailback, but we'll still run a little bit of double wing, and I think the more versatile we are and the more looks we have, the better off we'll be.
Kid that played some as a freshman last year, I think he got hurt maybe late in the season. Troy Dale, is he back and all healthy, ready to go?
Troy is back and ready. He had shoulder surgery over the winter or actually after basketball season, and he's ready to go. Boy, he's filled out even more than he was before, and he's added a lot of strength. He's worked hard in the off season, as a number of our kids have, and real pleased with that. And Troy's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And Troy's going to be he's moved on to the offensive line this year. He started for us most of the year at defensive tackle, and then had some problems with his shoulder, but did a great job for us last year, and he's going to be solid for us this year too.
You got Troy Grindy's another big guy in the line for you. He's a junior, and it's a young guy. Get him in there and get him some. Big guys like that can open some holes for you.
You bet. We got some good size on the line. Not a lot of experience there, but Troy's probably got as much experience on the offensive side of the ball as most of any of our linemen do. In fact, we won't be starting any seniors on the line. So, looking down the road, you mentioned Luke as somebody we're going to have for a couple of years here yet. Our line will be in the same boat, and it's going to be fun to see us grow this year and come together. And but we're not looking to next year. We're looking for this year and seeing our kids come together as soon as possible.
Just kind of scanning down the guys that you look to start tonight. Jordan Flayton did some punting for you. I see you got him in the backfield. You've got guys in the line, and Nick Nelson and Talon Early, and then a senior who's back out, Harry Lipsey. So you've got a lot of new faces mixed in there.
Yeah, there are some new faces, and it's just gonna be fun to see how things come together tonight. And we might stumble out of the gate a little bit. Hopefully, we'll be ready to go and it's going to be a lot of fun. Jordan, like I said, Jordan Flayton has been a punter for us. He did just a fabulous job for us on the JV squad last year, and he's gonna do a nice job of playing in the defensive secondary, and then he'll probably see a little bit of time on offense too. So Jordan's just a real quick guy, and you really don't want to compare players, but he's not the biggest in stature, but he's a real tough-nosed kid, and he's got good quickness, much like Brett Miller, who we lost to graduation last year.
I would guess what you'll be looking for as the season goes on early on here is to build some depth at a few spots.
We do, and that's what we really need to do. Right now, we're a little bit thin in some areas, and this week we're looking to some guys to step up a little bit and show us that they're ready. And our younger guys, when they get a chance to play, whether it's on special teams or filling in, it's their chance to shine a little bit and show that they're ready to take the reins.
Hatton-Northwood coming in tonight. They move up a class this year. They got moved up to a Class AA in realignment. You guys are in a new region, so you'll see some guys that used to play non-conference as regional opponents this year. And, Hatton-Northwood's coming in with a lot of guys back from last year's squad.
They do, and I look for Hatton-Northwood to be a real solid team. They're going to be a great test for us starting out of the gate. They got great size. You look at, I think that Greg Voigt is probably going to be playing some fullback for him. And, he was a solid lineman last year, and he's gonna open some holes for Prosser, and he's a real solid back from last year. And I believe Zach Wold at the quarterback position, he's gonna do a nice job at the helm, and then Brady Engen, he's probably gonna be, as good of a lineman as we'll see right away. So, I think they really have some solid guys, and I know that they'll do a nice job this year.
Yeah, when we'll talk more as we progress in the season, but you look at your new region here, you got some of the guys you were with last year, but some new teams. It's going to be a very tough region.
It really is. You take a look and step back a little bit, and you got 3 returning region champions from last year put into the same region. So with Cavaliers coming down from 2A as the 3-time defending state champions, undefeated over the last 3 years, and you've got Larimore, who region, I guess you'd call that the region champions of the region that we're in this year. So they're kind of the defending champions, and then we were the South region champions. So hopefully we can stay in the mix all year and stay healthy and give some people some exciting football to watch.
It'll be fun, I'm sure it will. Well, I want to thank you for the time, Mike, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much, and as always, I want to wish our opponent the best of luck, and hopefully both teams can stay healthy.
Very good. Good luck. Mike Bradner with us, coach of the Mayport CG Patriots. He's on the pregame show, Justin Foss with his head coach of the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Season opener tonight, Justin, and after practicing for, I suppose, almost 3 weeks now, you're probably ready to go.
Yep, it's like the same thing every year. You practice against each other for, like you said, 2.5 weeks. Kind of gets bored. Practices can get in a lull once in a while. So ready to go out and start hitting someone else.
Well, some changes for you guys this year. The biggest one is you moved up to Class AA, but you're still going to play Mayport CG here in your season opener.
Yeah, they're. Every year it's a good opening game for us. For basically both teams. You'll get a nice crowd there at Jerome-Berg Field tonight. I would expect both sidelines should be pretty well packed, and it's just a nice opening game. Then we go to Griggs County on Tuesday night, and that's played, I should say, in Northwood. So those are 2 good non-conference games, especially around this area, because then after that, you got your Grafton's, Valley City that we're playing, Carrington Rugby, so, there's no rivalry right there. So these first 2 games are definitely, I could see this going on for years to come.
You come back to, you played a lot of young guys last year out of necessity in many cases. They're back this year. In fact, you've got some veterans that are still sophomores and juniors, so in a way you're still kind of a young ball club.
Yep, exactly. We have a lot of these kids have been starting since they've been sophomores. So once you're starting a sophomore, they got 3 years experience coming back this year, and we're looking at about 5, 6 of those kids. So we're going to be pretty senior heavy this year, and that's a good deal because I think these seniors are a little hungry right now. They're tired of just getting hit, and 2 and 7 seasons, 1 and 8 seasons are no fun, as you know. So stepping up to the challenge this year and want to make things happen.
Also looks like some of you guys put a little muscle on.
Yeah, some of these guys hit the weight room pretty hard this year. Blake Rosser was probably most noticeable. He was at 170 last year. He's up to 190. He did a real nice job in the weight room this year. Brady Ingen's gotten stronger. Greg Voigt, Max Tangen. There's a bunch of these kids that took it to heart. Zach Wold is another one. So it's that's nice to see. We would, of course, like to have more kids in the weight room, but that always doesn't happen. But yeah, the size is there. Now, if we can just utilize that size, that's the key.
Zach Wold was your quarterback last year when he was a sophomore, and I would think that year of experience would be big for him.
Yeah, it should. I mean, he had way too many picks, and last year he had like 12 picks and only 7 touchdown passes, and just the confidence there last year wasn't quite there. This year, obviously, he's gotten better. He went to a camp this past summer, so that helped him out a little. If he can just get the confidence and go ahead and complete a couple passes right away and run the ball and not overthink it back there at the quarterback position, he should be all right.
And you got a nice sized line, which obviously you're going to need that this year playing upper class.
Oh, exactly. I mean, we're going to be playing against over 200-pound lines average this year, the whole year. So it's you need that bulk in the line, and less. If you got your smaller kid, like our smallest kid on our line this year is Dustin Inger, but he's been doing a nice job, and he's just that type of scrappy player that he can make some nice blocks, and we expect a lot out of him. But yeah, the bulk is definitely a big key for us this year, and if we can utilize that, we should be all right to get the running game going.
Did you guys maybe put in a few new wrinkles this year?
Yeah, we kind of switched it over. I moved over to defense this year, and Coach Jim Housen, he came over. He wanted the offense. He said, you can go right ahead. So he put in a couple new wrinkles. We want to definitely control the ball right there. Your best defense is your offense. So if we can control the ball, get a bunch of first downs, that's going to be key for us because we definitely want to run that football behind our line.
Well, the one thing about Jim, as you well know, he's been around so long that if there's any kind of play ever ran, he probably knows it.
Yeah, he probably, invented the play. So
I think he was back there with Knute Rockne when they kind of worked on that forward pass.
I think he coached with Knute Rockne. But I better not let him hear that one.
It'll be nice to have a guy like him. I mean, he's been around the game, and he now coaches basketball at Hatton-Northwood again. So it's probably a good thing to have him around.
Oh yeah, I mean, like John Mouse was our assistant last year, and Kevin Clausen. Kevin Clausen's still with us, and he's a good coach, good repertoire with the kids, and does a nice job with them. Then when John went down to junior high, that's what he's coaching this year, and Jim came to me and said, hey, I'd like to coach football. So what are you going to say? No, of course not. So we're very happy to get him. So that experience will definitely pay off on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, as you and Jim both had a lot of success back the field, Mustangs in those days, and I think maybe it should make a good mixture this year.
Yeah, it should be. So, I mean, that's the key. I've coached with Jim years before, so we're back together. I was his assistant, and now he's my assistant. So, but it's basically we have 3 coaches out there, and you could just basically say that we're 3 head coaches out there. Anyone can make a change anytime that they want, so it's that's what's nice. I mean, the kids know that. All 3 coaches have that respect, so it's going to be a year. I mean, it's been fun so far this year, and laughing in practice. And if you're not playing the sport to have fun, then you just got to quit. So, and that's the biggest key. Tell these kids, to have fun, and the biggest way to have fun is start winning football games. So. And that's the key this year.
Mayport CG tonight, they're coming off a real good season last year. They went 10-1. I think got to the second round of the playoffs. You know, Mike Bradner's come in, and he's done a nice job since he's took over this program.
Exactly. Mike's done a heck of a job over there. Got respect for him, what he's done. He's taken that football team and gone nowhere but up with this football team.
Welcome back. We have to cut our interview off there as we are getting pretty close to the opening kickoff here. Let's take a look at the lineups. Hatton-Northwood will receive. They won the toss. They're going to receive, so let's take a look at the offense for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. At center is Randy Holmiger, 210-pound senior. Right guard is Greg Voigt, 215-pound senior. The left guard, Ryan Hillsland, a 210-pound junior. The tackles on the right side, Brady Engen, a 225-pound senior, and Dustin Enger is the left tackle, 165-pound senior. Tight end, Ben Draxton, 180 pounds and a senior. At a split end is Andrew Hillsland, a 170-pound senior. The flanker is Tony Evanstead, a 165-pound junior. At halfback, Blake Prosser, a 190-pound senior. The fullback is Max Tangen, a 160-pound junior. And the quarterback, Zach Wold, a 180-pound junior. Hatton-Northwood is coached by Justin Foss and assisted by Kevin Clausen, Jim Housen, and John Mouse. And for the Mayport CG Patriots on defense, as they will kick it away to get things going. Defensively for Mayport CG, up front, the nose guard is Harry Lipsy, a 5'9", 325-pound senior. Also on the defensive line, Darrell Call, a 6', 210-pound junior, and Troy Dale, a 6', 225-pound sophomore. The linebackers, we'll go with four of them. David Fury, a 5'9", 180-pound senior. Ryan Ballax, a 5'8", 175-pound junior. Troy Grindy, a 5'11", 230-pound junior. And Kevin Gershesky, a 6', 175-pound senior. Cornerbacks are Jordan Flayton and Brady Broughton. Flayton's a 5'7", 135-pound junior. Broughton, a 6'2", 160-pound senior. At free safety is Luke Lorenz, 6'3", 185-pound junior, and Chad Rakowski is a strong safety, 5'10", 175-pound senior. Mayport CG is coached by Mike Bradner and assisted by Eric Nygaard and Brian Ani. The student coaches are Dave Smith and Adam Erickson. We are just about ready to go. Mayport CG will kick it away to Hatton-Northwood. Opener for both teams. It's our second and third football games of the year on KMAV tonight. This one here on 1520 AM. Also, we have Hillsborough at Central Valley in a nine-man matchup on 105.5 FM with Dan Keating. We had Northern Cass win over Kindred in a close one back on Tuesday night. So our second and third football games of the year here on KMAV tonight. Troy Dale with the kick, deep end over in. Takes a hop, taken at about the 6-yard line by Hatton-Northwood up to about the 20, 25. Finally brought down for the Thunder is David Daphorn. And the tackle is Ryan Baldock from Mayport CG. 1st and 10, Hatton-Northwood. And we'll see where they're going to spot the ball exactly. Looks to be about the 26-yard line. That's where it'll be at. So Hatton-Northwood at their own 26, 1st and 10. So we get underway here. Two receivers, one on each side, I formation. Handed off, right side, turning the corners, Prosser up to the 30, 35, breaks the tackle. David Fury will bring him down. And he's going to have a first down at the 41-yard line. Blake Prosser with a 15-yard run. Gets Hatton-Northwood off on the right foot. So a 15-yard gain on the play. Ball at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. 11:45 to go in the first quarter. Just underway. Again, Hatton-Northwood in Class AA this year. Mayport CG stays in Class A, a non-conference matchup to start the year for both of these teams. They'll go the same formation here. Receiver on each side. Two backs behind the quarterback, Zach Wold. Hand off up the middle, Max Tang in to about the 44. And they'll set it down up close to the 45. Nope, it will be at the 44. So a 3-yard run by Max Tangen. Harry Lipsy and Darrell Caw getting credit for the tackle. So a 3-yard gain. Ball is at their own 44-yard line, and it's 2nd and 7 for the Thunder. Receiver wide to the left, one short to the right. Wold, fake handoff, tried to hand it off, and Prosser is all wrapped up, but we have a flag on the play. Patriots were all over Prosser. Ball is set down back at the 40-yard line. We have a face mask on Mayport CG. So obviously Hatton-Northwood's going to want to take that. As the ball is back at the 39. A 5-yard penalty, not a flagrant face mask. First penalty of the ball game. So it'll go down as a loss of 5 and then a gain of 5 on the penalty. So it's still 2nd and 7. Thunder up the line here. On 2nd and 7, receiver to the left, one short to the right. And it's a fake handoff. Quarterback keeper Wold up to midfield, breaks the tackle, and he's brought down by David Fury. And now Hatton-Northwood another first down there in Mayport CG territory. Football is set down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10. Quarterback keeper Hatton-Northwood all with ground plays so far. First and 10 here for the Thunder at the Mayport CG 46 with 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. They went with that same formation throughout. One receiver on each side, set up in the eye, handoff. Prosser breaks the tackle, gets down to the 40, spins around, he's brought down around the 37. And it looked like he got knocked downfield on the far end by Chad Rakowski. And this is going to be a 9-yard gain, just shy of reaching the 36-yard line. Prosser with 2 carries, 24 yards. Average of 12 a carry. 2nd and less than a yard. Ball just shy of the Mayport CG 36-yard line. Thunder, they will keep going with what's got them here. Hand off, Prosser, and he'll be brought down, but it looks like he has a first down. Tackled by Rakowski, but it looks like he had enough to get that yard they needed. And it will be a first down, so a gain of 1 for Blake Prosser, and Hatton-Northwood keeps it going. On this drive, 1st and 10 at the Patriots 36-yard line. And do we have a timeout? Yep, Mayport CG is going to call a timeout. Mike Bradner wants to talk with his players. 8:57 to go here in the first quarter of play. We're scoreless. We'll come back in 1 minute. Timeout was taken by Mayport CG. They are still talking it over here. Not sure on tonight's referees that we have. I did recognize one of them is Dale Weston out of Fargo, as he's out on the sideline. 1st and 10, Hatton-Northwood. Ball is at the Mayport CG 36-yard line. Thunder have had possession throughout. 8:57 to go, first quarter. Still very early here. So it's 1st and 10 here. And a fake handoff, looking around to throws Wold, and he's grabbed from behind, keeps running, breaks free, and finally brought down David Fury and Harry Lipsy in on the tackle. Zach Wold looked like he was wrapped up for a loss, but then he broke free, and he picks up 4 yards up to the 32. So Wold now with 14 yards. He's kept the ball twice. That was not intended to be a run, however. That was supposed to be a pass, but got grabbed from behind and then just decided to take off. Picks up 4 on the play. Thunder up to the line here. Again, receiver on each side, I formation. Handoff, Prosser finds an opening all the way down to the 20, or just shy of the 20, gets to about the 21, before being brought down by David Fury. That's going to be a gain of 11 by Blake Prosser. And he now has an average of 9 yards a carry, 36 yards on only 4 carries. First and 10 for the Thunder at the Mayport CG 21. Thunder get up to the line of scrimmage. Wold under center, takes the ball, hands it off again. Prosser goes laterally trying to find some room, but he got brought down early by Chad Rakowski. Be a gain of a yard. So Prosser now 37 yards on 5 carries. Second and 9 for Hatton-Northwood at the Patriot 20-yard line with 7:12 to go, first quarter. No score. Non-conference football matchup on ESPN 1520 AM, KMAV Mayville, Portland. Thunder goes Hillsland wide to the left. And a fake handoff to the right side. Wold, the quarterback keeper. Now he's pulled out by who? I think that might have been Baldock down there on the far side. Nope, it was Lorenz. Luke Lorenz got him out of bounds, and the ball is up at about the 15-yard line, so it's 3rd and 4, a 5-yard gain for the quarterback, Zach Wold. So Wold has kept the ball 3 times, and positive yards for all 3 of those trips keeping the ball. 3 carries, 19 yards. 3rd and 4, the Patriot 15. Receivers wide on each side. Evanstead and Hillsland are the receivers. In the eye here. Wold hands it off and up the middle. Trying to gain some ground there, Prosser, but not very much room. And the Patriots will stop him for 4th down. Troy Dale, I believe, is in on the tackle there. Darryl Call also in there. And it looks like they didn't gain any ground. So no gain on the play, and we are going to have a timeout here on 4th and 4. Hatton-Northwood are the timeout. We're back in 1 minute. Timeout taken by Hatton-Northwood as they had to come up with a game plan here with 4th down and 4 to go at the Mayport CG 15-yard line. $6:18 to go in the first quarter. No score here. Hatton-Northwood has had the ball throughout. Thunder break out of their huddle, and they'll get up to the line here. We'll see what they try to do. Well, it looks like they are not going to kick a field goal. They'll try it on 4th down here, which you don't see a whole lot of teams in the high school ball at this level that kick as much, it seems. So they will go for it here on 4th down. Receiver to the left side is Andrew Hillsland. I formation, now receiver moving over to the right side. Pitch back, and now cutting the left side. Prosser, and he might have enough here. He gets up to about the 10, and now he stopped. A whole bunch of Patriots stopped him, but I think he's got it. And it looks like 1st down to Hatton-Northwood. Yep, they got it. So the Thunder get the 1st down. They're going to set this down at the 10, a 5-yard gain. They needed 4 yards. They get 5. Luke Lorenz and a host of other Patriots with that stop. But Hatton-Northwood got just enough. So it's 1st and goal at the 10. Patriots still trying to get on offense here. 5:56 to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers bunched on the right side. Short pass, incomplete. That was a quick little screen pass over the right side, incomplete. That was intended for Tony Evanstead. That is our first attempt at a pass in the ballgame. So Zach Wold 0 for 1 passing. And it's 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line for Hatton-Northwood. Receiver to the left side is David Dafford. Andrew Hillsland to the right. And we're going to have a flag here before the ball was snapped. Delay of game on the Thunder. This will be a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be 2nd and goal at the 15. First penalty of the ball game on Hatton-Northwood. So it's 2nd and goal here at the 15-yard line. Thunder will get up to the line. They'll go with Hillsland to the right, Dafford to the left. Looks like Tangen and Prosser remaining behind the quarterback. Fake handoff. Wold to the pass up the middle, diving, and did he make the catch? Is the question. No, it's incomplete. Pass is incomplete. If Hillsland would have been able to hold on, it would have been a touchdown as he dove for it, but apparently it got trapped. So it will be 3rd down and goal to go at the 15-yard line. Wold now 0 for 2 passing at quarterback. Patriots trying to make a stop here on 3rd and goal. 15 yards from the end zone are the Thunder. Hillsland to the right side. Evanstead's back into the game. He'll be the receiver on the left. Set up in the eye. Tangen and Prosser behind the quarterback. Wold fakes the handoff again. Wold to the end zone. Deep pass down the left side. And a little bit too far for Evanstead, who is being defended down there by Brady Broughton. So 3 incomplete passes in a row. And it's now 4th and goal at the 15-yard line. Patriots trying to make another stop here. Dafford will come back in for Hatton-Northwood. And it looks like he replaced Evanstead. Looks like they're kind of switching the two off. Dafford short to the left. Set up in the eye. Fake handoff again. Wold looks around. He's going to have to watch out. He's got a guy all over. He's brought down. Kevin Gershewski with the pursuit on him, and Wold took too long. And Mayport CG, hold on a second. We do have a flag. So maybe the Patriots won't get the ball. We'll have to wait and see here. It's holding on Hatton-Northwood. They'll decline, and Mayport CG is going to take over. Great stop by Mayport CG after Hatton-Northwood had went up the entire field on a series of plays. They stop them here. Mayport CG is going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line. So they stop them with 5:28 to go here in the first quarter. So Mayport CG with the ball for the first time here on offense. Luke Lorenz at quarterback. They go with Kevin Gershewski, the receiver, to the right side. Brady Broughton out to the left. And it's handed off, tripped up early, and they won't get much of anything. David Fury was carrying the ball. He's actually listed as a wide receiver. That time carried it. And they get the ball up to the 19 for a gain of 1. So it's 2nd and 9 at the 19. Man in motion is Fury to the left side. Pitch back. And Rakowski takes off, dives ahead. It's going to be close. He should have a first down. Rakowski took off to the left side and then headed up the middle. Brought down by Evanstead. Football will be set down at the 31 for a gain of 12. So the ball is at the 31. Mayport CG at their own 31. 1st and 10. Broughton to the left. Krzyzewski to the right. Rakowski in motion. Hand off up the middle and going to be back to around the line of scrimmage, it looks like. That was Ryan Baldock. Randy Holwager getting the tackle. And it will be no gain. Well, it's 2nd and 10 at their own 31. 2 receivers, 1 on each side. Handoff. Rakowski spun around quick. He's down. And again, it looks to be about no gain here. He is brought down by Blake Prosser. And he will pick up a yard on it. 2 carries, 13 yards unofficially for Chad Rakowski. 3:23 to go, first quarter, no score. Mayport CG with the ball, 1st and 10. And they're at their own 32-yard line. 3rd and 9, rather. Pitch back, Rakowski to the right side, gets around the defender, dives in, he's got first down and more, he's up to the 45, 50, and brought out of bounds at the Hatton-Northwood 45-yard line. Rakowski able to break through an attempt or two, actually looked like he made a juke move back around the 40 and got across midfield up to the 45-yard line for a first down. Big run there by Rakowski. 23 yards, and that gives him a total of 36 on 3 carries. 1st and 10 at the Thunder 45-yard line. Patriots across midfield for the first time. They're going to go with 3 receivers, bunch to the left side, 1 to the right. They move Rakowski and Fury out to the left. There's a screen pass. Fury almost had it go over him, but he jumps up to get it down to the 40. He dives ahead, and we might have another first down as he is finally brought down there. Looked like the lead man on the tackle, Ben Draxton. And it's a first down, gain of 10. Greg Boyd also in on the tackle. Luke Lorenz, 1 for 1 passing, 10 yards to David Fury. Ball at the Hatton-Northwood 35, Mayport CG with 1st and 10. Patriots get up to the line here. Rakowski in motion behind Lorenz. And we got a flag. We might have had a false start here. So wait for the official word. Yep, false start on Mayport CG. Looked like there's a little bit of movement before the ball got snapped. So 5-yard penalty, and it'll be 1st and 15. First and 15 at the Hatton-Northwood 40. 2:25 to go, first quarter. No score here between Mayport CG and Hatton-Northwood. Patriots wearing their red with the blue pants. Hatton-Northwood wearing the white tops with the blue numbering and the black pants. Lorenz under a lot of pressure. He's brought down way back there by Prosser at the Patriot 45. That's a big loss right there for Mayport CG. Prosser broke through right away, and he must have found the perfect spot to break through, and they lose a whole bunch of yards here. Mayport CG loses 14 on the play. So now it's 2nd and long. They are at their own 46. First down, they'd have to get to the Hatton-Northwood 25. So that's a total of 29 yards for a first down, 2nd and 29. Fury in motion. Receiver on each side of the field. Pitch back, Rakowski to the left side. And trying to make a move, but now he's tackled from behind. And it looked like it might have been Tony Evanstead. Andrew Hillsland also down there. Ball's going to be spotted across midfield again at the Hatton-Northwood 46. So Rakowski will pick up 8 yards, and he's now up to 44 on 4 carries. Third down, 21 for Mayport CG to get a first down. Broughton to the right. Grishevsky the left side. 3 backs behind Lorenz now in motion is Baldock to the right side. Pitch back. Rakowski trying to get some blocking help, and he's brought down from behind by Prosser. Again, Prosser finds an open spot, and he takes advantage and brings him down. It's going to be a gain of 1. So now it's 4th and 20 for Mayport CG. Football is at the Hatton-Northwood 45-yard line. 12 seconds to go first quarter. I think the Patriots are going to run the clock out here for the first quarter and keep it scoreless. And that's what they're going to do. Down to 5 seconds to go, and we're going to go to a break here. 1 complete on the Culligan Water of Hillsborough scoreboard. Mayport CG nothing, Hatton-Northwood nothing. We'll get ready for the second quarter in 1 minute. We're through 1 quarter play. No score here between Hatton-Northwood and Mayport CG. The Thunder with 1 drive. They were unable to score. Turnover on downs. Mayport CG, they're now on 4th down and 20 to go at the Hatton-Northwood 45-yard line. Central Valley leads Hillsborough at the end of 1 quarter, 14 to nothing. You can hear that game with Dan Keating on 105.5 FM. Here on 1520 AM, Mayport CG, Hatton-Northwood scoreless through 1. They are set to punt. Jordan Flayton to punt it away for the Patriots. High spiraling punt. Caught around the 14, up to the 20, 25, cutting the right side. 30 is Dafford, and now he's brought down. So good return by David Dafford. He caught that one and took it up the field for about 16 yards. That was Dafford that had the ball, number 20. So Dafford with a nice return there, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 31. $11:47 to go. Here in the first half, 1st and 10 for the Thunder. Receiver to the right side. Pitch back goes to Prosser. And he's wrapped up by Troy Dale. And let's see how much they get here. Looks like no gain. So no gain for Blake Prosser. 8 carries, 42 yards for Blake Prosser. 2nd and 10 for the Thunder. Ball is at their own 31. Evanstead to the right. Looks like Hillsland to the left. Hand off. Prosser trying to dive ahead. He was brought down quickly. Tackle is made by Darrell Call. And football is at the 33-yard line, so a 2-yard gain for Prosser. 9 carries, 44 yards. Still no score. Hatton-Northwood with the ball. 10.5 minutes to go in the first half. And it's 3rd and 8 to go at their own 33. Receiver to the right, 1 short to the left. Wold takes the ball, and pressure put on quickly, and he's brought down by Darrell Call. Big tackle right there, and the quarterback sack. Ball's going to be way back at the 25. It's a loss of 8 on the play. Sacked by Darrell Call. So now Hatton-Northwood deep in their own territory at their own 25 on 4th and about 16 to go. And for Hatton-Northwood, they get set to punt here. Greg Voigt will punt. 9:27 to go in the half. No score. And we get a flag. I'm guessing a delay of game. They took a long time. Yep, delay of game it is. So a 5-yard loss here. Ball be set down around the 20. Two penalties totaling 10 yards for Hatton-Northwood. Both penalties have been delay of game penalties. And there's the punt. End over end, hops across 50, takes a thunder roll down to the 40, and it'll be downed by Andrew Hillsland. So Mayport CG is going to have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 40 with 9:15 to go. So no score here, 9:15 to go in the first half. Ball is placed just a hair short of their own 40 for Mayport CG. Now this is much better field position for them than the 18-yard line where they were at in their first drive. Patriots go with Broughton to the right side. Grishevsky to the left. David Fury in motion behind the quarterback, Lorenz. There's a pitch. Rakowski finds some room. Gets it up to the 45 and up to about the 49-yard line before being brought down. And in on the tackle for Hatton-Northwood is Ben Draxton. Football is going to be set just shy of a first down. 9-yard gain. Don't tell me they're going to measure. It's obvious that where they had the ball set for first down, how they could have a first down here. To me, it just seems like it's going to be second down, unless the field's lines are a little off or something. Yeah, oh yeah, plenty of room. I knew it. I don't know why they measured. You knew where the ball started on the Patriots drive. There's no way that was 10 yards. 9-yard gain for Chad Rakowski. Well, I guess from up here you get a different vantage point. Well, it's going to be second down and about a foot to go. Actually, maybe a little more than a foot and a half. Ball just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They go to the receiver to the right side, one short to the left. Everyone in a tight formation here. As Lorenz goes back, fake handoff, he's in trouble, and ball's fumbled. And Hatton-Northwood's going to have it. Hatton-Northwood's going to have the football. It was picked up by David Daphorn. I'm not sure who stripped the ball for sure. I saw that Blake Foster came in, tried to strip it, and then he was unsuccessful, and then somebody else came in there. And I think Lorenz was about to pass, and as his arm went back, the ball came loose, picked up by David Daphorn. And with 8:43 to go in the first half, Hatton-Northwood with a great opportunity right here, as they're going to have the football all the way up to the Mayport CG 37-yard line. Great field position here for Hatton-Northwood. And that goes as a Mayport CG loss before the fumble. Ends up being a loss of 12. Back to throw, Wold. Deep pass down the middle, and it's caught down to the 10-5, diving ahead just short of a touchdown there. And that was Ben Draxton. This is going to be down around the 3-yard line. Ben Broughton getting the tackle. Football is down about the 3-yard line. 34-yard gain on the reception. First completed pass for Zach Wold as it was caught by Ben Draxton. So Hatton-Northwood with a chance to score first here as they are first and goal at the 3. 8:14 to go in the first half. And we're going to have a timeout. Hatton-Northwood with a timeout. We'll come back in 30 seconds. Hatton-Northwood took the timeout. They are talking it over right now as they have the football at the Mayport CG 3-yard line. And it's first down and goal to go. Mayport CG losing the football just moments ago. Hatton-Northwood recovered it with 8:43 to go in the second quarter. Now 8:13 to go in the first half of play. And a timeout was taken by Hatton-Northwood. So the Thunder gained that fumble recovery, and it was picked up by David Dafford. So after one big completed pass, Wold to Draxton, it's first and goal. Two receivers here, Evanstead to the left, Hillsland to the right, I formation. Wold hands off, Prosser dives ahead, and we've got a flag. We've got two flags here. I'm not sure if he would have been in anyway, but these flags might be on Hatton-Northwood that they blew play dead here. Now we got a false start. That'll be a 5-yard loss and put the football back at the 8. They're talking to the Patriots right now. The officials are. Now they're going to bring the football back. So ball now at the 8-yard line. Third penalty on Hatton-Northwood. Their first false start penalty. .8:03 to go, and the clock rolling here in the first half. No score. Hatton-Northwood with the ball at the Patriot 8. First and goal. One receiver here on the right side. Set up in the eye. Hand off to the right side, and a big hit there to bring down Prosser. Brian Paulson, I believe. No, looking at the wrong spot. It was Jordan Flayton. Looked at 81, was supposed to look at 31. Jordan Flayton had the big hit right there. And looks like they did gain some yardage, though. Gain of about 2. Ball around the 6-yard line, second and goal for the Thunder. Dafford, the receiver to the left side. With Tangen and Prosser, the running backs. Hand off, Prosser up the middle, and he's easily in for the touchdown. 7:01 to play first half, and it's Hatton-Northwood 6. Mayport CG nothing. Blake Prosser from 6 yards out makes it 52 yards on 11 carries. So a 6-yard touchdown run for Blake Prosser, 6-0. Hatton-Northwood with the lead. 8:01 to play in the first half. And it looks like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Evanstead out to the right side. Set up again in the eye behind the quarterback. Handoff, Prosser dives ahead. Is he in? Yes, 2-point conversion's good. 8:01 to go here, first half. Hatton-Northwood leads the Patriots 8-0. We get ready for the kickoff in 30 seconds. Hatton-Northwood on a relatively quick drive. It only took 42 seconds. And they score on a touchdown. It was a 37-yard drive capped off on a 6-yard run by Blake Prosser for the touchdown. Prosser had followed up with the run for the 2-point conversion. 8:01 to go, first half. Hatton-Northwood leads Mayport CG 8-0. Thunder get ready for the kick. Brady Engen will kick it off, I think. I believe that's who I saw. It might have been who punted earlier, too, and I might have had the wrong number. That one bounces around, and it's going to get all the way down to the end zone for a touchback. Boy, that was close. Patriots let it go by thinking he was going to hit the end zone, and that barely I mean, that hit the goal line. If it doesn't, they're in trouble because they got to get that ball. Otherwise, the Thunder could do some damage there. So, Patriots getting a little bit of help there on that final roll. That was a little too close for comfort. Ball at their own 20. Oh, 7:01 to go. I wrote down 8:01 on the touchdown. 7:01 to go. So actually the drive was 1:42. I thought that was kind of strange. Patriots at the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 20. They get the kinks worked out in the first game of the year. One to the right side, Rakowski up to the 30, 35, and out of bounds. So 1st down. Runs out on his own. And actually it'll be a little shy of the 35, actually. They'll set it down at the 34. So it will be a 14-yard run. 7 carries, 68 yards for Chad Rakowski. 1st and 10 at their own 34. Patriots go 2 receivers. Rakowski's in motion behind the quarterback. It's handed off to Rakowski. And he's not going to find any room at all as he's pushed back. Whole bunch of guys for Hatton-Northwood in on that one, but looked like Greg Voigt might have been the lead tackler. And they actually do give him a yard gain on forward progress, so it will be at the 35. 8 carries, 69 yards for Rakowski. So that's a little better than 8 yards a carry. And not quite enough to be 9 yards a carry. Fury in motion, left side, pitch back. Rakowski pushes ahead, 40, down around the 42. And the tackle is made by Ben Draxton. And they'll set the football down at the 42. So it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Patriots. As it was a gain of 7 yards. Three receivers right, 1 left. Short screen pass deflected, caught by Fury. Spins, dives ahead, 1st down. They'll get the 1st down as he dove ahead. And there were a couple guys on him for the Thunder, but they didn't really tackle him so much as he dove to get enough for a 1st down, I think. Oh, ball is going to be at the Patriot 45. So a 3-yard carry for David Fury. Or a 3-yard reception, rather. So it's 1st and 10 of their own 45. Lorenz screen pass. Rakowski caught it, but then slipped. So it will be a loss here on the reception. Loss of 4 yards down to their own 41. So Rakowski with his first catch for a loss of 4. Lorenz 3 for 3 passing. For a total of 9 yards. A gain of 10, a gain of 3, and a loss of 4. So it's 2nd and 14 at the Patriots 41. 2 receivers, 1 on each side. Lorenz back to throw. Deep pass, right side, leaping up, tipped around, and nobody's going to have it. As Brady Broughton went up for it, but he was covered down there by Dafford. And Wold, I think, as well. First incomplete pass for Luke Lorenz. And he's now 3 for 4 at quarterback. 3rd and 14. Ball at their own 41. Patriots get up to the line. 4:13 to go. And we're in the first half. 8-0. Hatton-Northwood with the lead. Receiver to the left side, one off to the right as well for the Patriots. Back to throw, Lorenz under pressure. He's brought down quickly. Quarterback sack. In on the play, Brady Engen. So Engen delivers the quarterback sack. They're going to set this back at the 34. That's a loss of 7. Lorenz now has lost a total of 33 yards on the ground. So Mayport CG is going to have to punt it away. 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Jordan Flayton with a punt, end over end. Takes a hop, taken by Daphorn at the 28. It's up to the 35, moves to the right 40. There's a flag and brought out just past the 45-yard line, but we do have a flag that's back at the 40. The flag was away from Daphorn, who's running it back. That's going to be holding on the receiving team. So holding on Hatton-Northwood, which is going to bring it back. And the flag is back at the 40-yard line. So they'll bring it back 5 yards from there. So it'll be 1st and 10. Back at the 35. Oh, 10-yard penalty. Yeah, that's right. Still a little rusty. 10-yard penalty on the holding. Ugh. Hatton-Northwood 1st and 10 at their own 30. So they lost pretty good chunk of yards there. They end up getting back only 2 yards ahead from where the ball was actually received on that kick return. 3:20 to go. In the half, handoff, right side, some room, up to the 45, 50, Prosser to the 40, 35, breaks the tackle down to the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Blake Prosser, he got out of a huge tackle down there on the sideline. I don't know how he did it. Looked like he had 3 guys in pursuit of him. He got wrapped up and he kept going. One play in the drive, 70-yard run by Blake Prosser, and Hatton-Northwood takes a 14-0 lead with 3:07 to go in the half. So 70 yards on the run, and his last run was a touchdown as well, other than that 2-point conversion. So the last 2 carries been TDs. We have a stoppage here. I'm not sure exactly what it is. An equipment problem, maybe? As Darryl Call will come out? Or they're just bringing him out? Oh, now they want to... Got another player that wants to come out, and they said, get back in there. They don't have anyone to replace him. So they will attempt the 2-point conversion. Daphorn to the left side. Hand off and trying to dive ahead there. But coming up short is Prosser. 3:07 to go in the first half. The score on the Culligan Water of Hillsborough scoreboard. Hatton-Northwood 14, Mayport CG nothing. Well, the kickoff in 30 seconds. Touchdown by Hatton-Northwood on their first play of the drive, a 70-yard run by Blake Prosser, and then the 2-point conversion no good. 3:07 to go in the half, and the Thunder up 14-0. Returning this one is Flayton, gets up to the 25-30, and now he's brought down just across the 30-yard line. Patriots will start, we'll have the ball with 3:01 to go. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 31 for Mayport CG. 3:01 to go. First half, trailing 14-0 to Hatton-Northwood. Hand off and trying to push ahead is David Fury. But it looks like they're going to end up with a loss on the play. And they will set it up for a loss of 1. David Fury has carried it twice for no yardage. So it's second and a long 10 here for the Patriots. Fake handoff, they reverse over to Rakowski, who dives ahead and gains perhaps a yard. And he's brought down on the play by Ben Draxton. So they'll put the ball down at the 31, and it's third and a long 9 to go. 77 yards on 10 carries for Chad Rakowski so far. Patriots on third and a long 9. Man in motion is Baldock. Pitch back, Rakowski trying to push ahead, and he's wrapped up by Daphorn and Voigt. And it looks like they will get a bit of a gain here. 2-yard gain. So it's 79 yards on 11 carries for Rakowski. Mayport CG back at their own 33 on 4th and a long 7. So they will have to punt it away. Minute 6 to go on the clock rolling here in the first half. So Flayton will punt it off. And there's the punt. Spirals its way down through the hands at about the 36, through the hands of Daphorn, but he holds on as he had kind of dove down to get the ball. So no gain on the return, and Hatton-Northwood's going to have it here with 48 seconds to go. And it'll be first and 10 for Hatton-Northwood up near the 36-yard line. So let's see what the Thunder trying to do here with 48 seconds to go in the half. See how aggressive they want to get with the short time. They do have a timeout. Patriots have 2 if they need them. Back to throw. Now he hands it off. Prosser breaks the tackle, and he's got first down and more as he's brought out of bounds just shy of midfield. So it will be enough for the first down. And we'll see where they set it down. It's going to be close to the 48, it looks like. And the Patriots are going to take a timeout, which is kind of interesting, being that we're low on time. But perhaps they want to talk things over and not give up another score to the Thunder before the half. So they're going to take a timeout, and we will as well. 30-second timeout here, and we'll come back right after this. Mayport CG took the timeout. They're talking things over after giving up that quick first down. And, you know, normally when the clock is rolling, you don't take the timeout, but I think it's a case where they almost feared that the Thunder might score again, and they want to stop that if at all possible, being that there's 41.5 seconds on the clock, and that is plenty of time to get down the field. So they're going to try to see what they can do here. As Mayport CG gets the defense set up. Thunder up the line at their own 48, first and 10. Receiver to the left, wide to the left, one short to the right side, an I formation. Fake handoff, and now the defenders are all over Wold, and he's brought down for a big loss. And now the Patriots are calling for a timeout. 32.6 seconds to go in the half. Patriots with a timeout. Grishevsky getting credit for the tackle. We'll come back here in 30 seconds. Timeout taken by Mayport CG. That is their last one of the half. And it turns out that the timeout that they took earlier, just a few seconds earlier, turned out to be a really good timeout for them, as they got enough time to talk it over defensively what their plan is going to be, and they end up getting a quarterback sack. So right now, Hatton-Northwood is faced with 2nd and 16, and the ball is at their own 42-yard line. They go to the receiver to the right, one short to the left, I formation, 32.6 seconds to go in the half. And they got a player to jump for the Patriots. Looked like offsides it's going to be an encroachment penalty. Encroachment on Troy Dale. And it looked like that extra count kind of threw him off. So 5-yard penalty. They'll remain second down, but it's now 2nd and 11. With the ball up at the Hatton-Northwood 47-yard line. Third penalty on Mayport CG. So 15 yards on 3 penalties for the Patriots. Back to throw, now a handoff. Prosser tripped up and brought down across midfield at the 48. That's a gain of 5 for Blake Prosser. And the clock rolling down to 18 seconds to go. Ryan Ballak with the tackle. 139 yards on the ground for Prosser on 14 carries. He's had a heck of a first half. And it looks like they're going to run this clock out down to 3 seconds to go in the half, and we're going to be going to halftime. At halftime, our score on the Culligan Water of Hillsborough scoreboard, Hatton-Northwood 14, Mayport CG nothing. At halftime, the score is Hatton-Northwood 14, Mayport CG nothing. Let's take a look at the halftime numbers. First off, the team numbers. Actually, before we get into the numbers, let's take a look at the scoring summary from the first half of play. Hatton-Northwood would score twice in the first half. Both times would be in the second quarter, as it was scoreless after one quarter of play. Hatton-Northwood would turn it over on downs on their first possession. Mayport CG would get possession. Hatton-Northwood again, and the Patriots again. So Mayport CG and Hatton-Northwood each had one possession in the first quarter, and then the Patriots ultimately would have to punt it away early in the second quarter. Patriots on their second drive would fumble the ball away. David Dafford with a recovery for Hatton-Northwood. So with 8:43 to go in the first half, with no score, Hatton-Northwood got the football on that fumble recovery by Dafford. So the Thunder started on the Mayport CG 37-yard line, and they would score in 1:42. Blake Prosser would cap off a 37-yard drive with a 6-yard run for the touchdown. Prosser would follow that up with a 2-point conversion run up the middle. Hatton-Northwood led 8-0 with 7:01 to go in the first half. Patriots would get the ball, and then Hatton-Northwood would get it back on a punt. The Thunder, with a penalty, would get backed up, and they would start their drive at their own 30-yard line. And all it took was one play. Blake Prosser taking the ball 70 yards. He broke a pretty good tackle attempt by the Patriots and took it down the right sideline. 70 yards for a 70-yard touchdown run by Prosser. They would go to him for a 2-point conversion attempt, but no good on the run. And Hatton-Northwood led 14-0 with 3:07 to go in the first half. And that would be our score at halftime. So it's 14-0 Hatton-Northwood with the lead over Mayport CG. We will come back and bring you the team and individual rushing and passing and receiving totals from the first half right after this 2-minute timeout. Welcome back to the halftime report. Our score here at halftime, it's Hatton-Northwood 14, Mayport CG nothing. Take a look at the team totals from the first half of play. Unofficially for Hatton-Northwood, they've had a pretty good first half. They've run the ball for a total of 147 yards. Passing-wise, 34 yards for a total offense of 181. For Mayport CG, they run the ball for 46 yards on the ground, 9 yards passing, in a total offense of 55 yards. Here at halftime, Hatton-Northwood with a 14-0 lead over Mayport CG. Team-wise for Hatton-Northwood in the first half, 147 yards of offense on the ground. And they passed for 34 yards for a total offense of 181. Mayport CG, 46 yards rushing. They passed for a total of 9 yards and a total offense of 55. So Hatton-Northwood with a huge advantage in total offense, 181-55. Taking a look at the individual totals from the first half for Hatton-Northwood on the ground. They're led by Blake Prosser. He has 2 rushing touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. Prosser in the first half ran the ball for 139 yards, including 2 touchdowns, 1 for 6 yards, 1 for 70 yards. Max Tangen has carried the ball once for a total of 3 yards. Zach Wold with 5 times keeping the football for 5 yards. Passing department for Hatton-Northwood, Zach Wold at quarterback, 1 for 4 passing for a total of 34 yards. The lone Thunder reception was by Ben Draxton for 34 yards. For Mayport CG, taking a look at their ground game, leading the way there is Chad Rakowski, who's run the ball for 79 yards on 11 carries. Ryan Baldock, 1 carry for no gain. David Fury, 2 carries for no gain. And Luke Lorenz has kept the ball 3 times for a minus 33 yards. So those are the rushing totals for the Patriots. Passing-wise, Luke Lorenz at quarterback, 3 for 4 passing for a total of 9 yards. He completed 2 passes to David Fury for a total of 13 yards, and Chad Rakowski made a catch on a Lorenz pass. 1 reception for Chad Rakowski for a minus 4 yards. So again, at halftime, Hatton-Northwood with a total offense of 181 yards, Mayport CG's 55. And at halftime, Hatton-Northwood leads 14-0. Mayport CG will receive the football to start the second half, as they had kicked it off to start the first half. Both teams still getting ready for the second half of play. Penalty-wise in the first half, Mayport CG committed a total of 3 penalties, totaling 15 yards in all. A face mask penalty, a false start, and an encroachment penalty. Hatton-Northwood 4 penalties, totaling 25 yards. They had 2 delay of game penalties, a false start, and a holding penalty. Patriots used all 3 of their timeouts in the first half. Hatton-Northwood used 2 of them. And here at halftime, Hatton-Northwood leads Mayport CG 14-0. Over on 105.5 FM in the third quarter, Central Valley leads Hillsboro 14-0. And in Major League Baseball, the Rangers lead the Twins 4-0. We'll get ready for the second half kickoff in 1 minute. So we get ready here for the second half kickoff. Hatton-Northwood will kick it away to the Patriots. Thunder lead it 14-0. There's the kick. Takes a hop, taken by Baldock, shy of the 20, gets up to the 25, spins around and breaks a tackle up to the 30, and now breaks free, 40, up to the 45, 1 man to beat 50, 45, and now slows down to the 40, spun around, he's finally brought down. Wow, what a return to start the second half by Ryan Baldock. That's going to get Mayport CG going here way into Hatton-Northwood territory as we start the second half. Football is going to be at the 36 of the Thunder. So a huge return to start it off. Must be about a 34, 35-yard return. Back to throw. Lorenz is brought down for the sack. Blake Prosser again. So a nice play there by Prosser. And that will back things up here. A loss of 7. So Lorenz now minus 40 on the ground. And we got a flag here before anything gets going. And it'll be a false start here on Mayport CG. So a 5-yard penalty. So it's now 2nd down and 22 to go. 10:53 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Patriots with the football at the 48 of the Thunder. Receiver on each side of the field to the left. Lorenz under pressure, and he's brought down again. Quarterback sack this time. Who was in there? 73. I don't have that on my roster. I'm looking around for it. I don't see a 73 on my roster, but he gets the quarterback sack. So this brings it way back to the Patriot 44-yard line. That's a loss of 8. Patriots with the play, and they're going to lose a bunch of yardage here. Chad Rakowski is brought down for a loss. Blake Prosser with another tackle. It's going to be 4th and a long, long ways to go for Mayport CG. And that's going to be a loss of 8 for Rakowski. 12 carries, 71 yards. 4th and long. 4th and like 35 or so. Clayton with the punt. Caught at the 32, and a reverse play trying to get it over on the left side to Evanstead, but actually the Thunder lose an extra yard or 2 on the return by trying to do that reverse play. Nice idea, though. Well, football will be at the 30 for Hatton-Northwood. Well, what can you say? A big return by Ryan Baldock for the Patriots, and then the Patriots lost a whole bunch of yards, and the Thunder defense was tremendous with that drive there. 9:10 to go. 3rd quarter, 14-0 Hatton-Northwood. So 1st and 10 at the 30. Receiver wide right, 1 short left eye formation. Behind Wold, hands it off, and Prosser's down quickly behind the line by Troy Dale. Bringing a loss of 2, maybe 3 yards. Harry Lipsey's going to get a break here for Mayport CG. They bring Talon early back in. And they put that down at the 27-yard line, so it will be a 3-yard loss for Prosser, who has 136 yards on 15 carries. 2nd and 13 at their own 27. Twins to the right side. Haven't seen that from the Thunder. They're in the eye. And now we have a timeout called, I think. Yep. Thunder want a timeout here. 8:23 to go, 3rd quarter. 14-0 Hatton-Northwood with the lead, and we'll come back in 1 minute. Timeout taken by Hatton-Northwood. They have the football at their own 27-yard line on 2nd and 13. Twins to the right. Back to throw is Wold. As time, pass is incomplete, intended for Prosser. So it's a 3rd down now, 13 to go. Wold at quarterback, 1 for 5 passing the football. His one connection came in the first half to Ben Draxton for 34 yards. Central Valley has a 22-0 lead over Hillsboro in the third quarter. You can hear that game on 105.5 FM. Here, Hatton-Northwood has a 14-0 advantage over Mayport CG in the third quarter. 8:19 to go. Here on ESPN, 1520 AM, KMAV Mayville, Portland. On the third and about 13 to go, we've got two receivers right side again for Hatton-Northwood. Wold under center, back to throw, looks around. Deep pass down the middle, and incomplete. We're going to have a flag here, and I think it's pass interference called on Broughton for the Patriots. That would be my indication from up here, but we'll have to wait for the official word. That's what it is. Broughton is called for pass interference, and it's an automatic first down for Hatton-Northwood. That will not go as an incomplete pass. So first down, and they'll bring the football up to the 42.
First down for Trojan.
So a 15-yard penalty on that pass interference. So it's 1st and 10 for the Thunder, and they have new life here as they were 3rd and 13. 1st and 10 of their own 42. Receiver on each side. Set up in the eye. Fake handoff. Wold looks around. Deep pass as he's hit, and it's overthrown. Intended on the left side for Andrew Hillsland. And it'll be 2nd down. And 10 to go. Wold now 1 for 6 passing. Tomorrow we have Mayville State football. The Comets are going to be down in Aberdeen, South Dakota, playing Northern State. 5 o'clock kickoff. Brian Larson will bring you the action tomorrow on KMAV 105.5 FM. 8:09 to go, third quarter. Thunder on 2nd and 10 at their own 42-yard line. They're using a lot of time here. They're going to have a delay of game, I think, if they don't get it moving. Everyone getting set up here. And they get it off just in time. Fake handoff. Wold gets away from a defender. He's going to take it himself. Gets up to the 45, and he's knocked out by Luke Lorenz and Brady Broughton up near midfield. So Zach Wold with the quarterback keeper. He brought it around on the left side. And they're actually going to say he was out at about the 47. So it'll be a gain of 5. 10 yards on the ground for Zach Wold, keeping the ball 6 times. 3rd and 5 for Hatton-Northwood. Ball at their own 47-yard line. Thunder get up to the line. Wold with the handoff, and they're going to stop things here. The flag. Looks like we had some movement. And we've got a false start on Hatton-Northwood. So that'll back them up 5 yards. And for Hatton-Northwood, that is their 5th penalty of the game, first of the second half. 5-yard penalty here for the game. A total of 30 yards in penalties on Hatton-Northwood. So it's 3rd and 10 at the Thunder 42-yard line. Patriots trying to get a stop here and set up for a punt. Hillsland to the right. Receiver to the left, looks like Evanstead down there. Back to throw. Wold, double team, gets the pass off and brought down for a gain of about 5 is Ross Melland. Tackle was made by Jordan Flayton. So it's a 5-yard completion on the pass to Melland. Second completed pass for Hatton-Northwood. 2 for 7 now is Wold. A total of 39 yards. So it's 4th and 5. Thunder will punt. And we're going to have a timeout. Mayport CG is going to use their first timeout of the half. 6:57 to go, third quarter. Thunder lead 14-zip. We're back in 1 minute. Timeout taken by Mayport CG. Each team has 2 timeouts left in the ball game. Hatton-Northwood has the ball 4th and 5 at their own 47. The Thunder will get ready to punt. David Fury back to return. And I believe this is Greg Voigt to punt. And he gets the punt off. And it bounces out of play at around the 29 of the Patriots. First and 10 for Mayport CG at their own 29-yard line. And with 6:50 to go in the third quarter, Hatton-Northwood with a 14-0 lead. Mayport CG will get ready for their second drive of the half. This will be their 6th drive of the game. Patriots set up with a receiver right side, one to the left. Broughton to the left side, Fury to the right. Rakowski is way back there as a running back. And they'll hand it off to Rakowski. He's wrapped up and brought down. Tackle is made by Greg Voigt. And they'll set the ball down at the 30. So it will be a gain of 1. 13 carries, 72 yards by Rakowski. 2nd and 9 for Mayport CG. Ball is at their own 30-yard line with 6:20 to play in the third quarter. Receiver to the right is Broughton. And to left as well. Screen pass. I think that went backwards for a fumble. And the ball is recovered by the Patriots, but the throw went backwards for Rakowski, and he had to go pick it up and save it. See where they set this down. And they will set it down at the 25, I believe. No, at the 20. So that's a 10-yard loss. And that goes to Rakowski. It wasn't really his fault, though. Ball was just not thrown directly to him, and then it went backwards. He had to go pick it up. Third and long here. Ball thrown 20-yard line. Patriots send Fury in motion left side. Lorenz pitches it back. Clayton finds an opening. He's up to the 30, 35, 40, 45. Turns to the right. He's brought down from behind. First down, Mayport CG. Tackle made from behind by Hillsland, but not before Jordan Clayton found a whole bunch of room. Went over the left side, then came back up the middle, found an opening. Ball be set down to the 50-yard line. That's a 30-yard run by Clayton. So Mayport CG with a first down at midfield. Patriots talk it over in the huddle. 5:21 to play, third quarter. Patriots trying to get on the board. They trail 14-0 to Hatton-Northwood. And we've got a flag here. Do we have too many men on the field? Or what do we have as the call? Oh, loss of 5. That'll be a loss of 5 on the play. Not exactly sure what the penalty was. Missed it. First and 15 from Mayport CG, their own 45. Lorenz back to throw. Pass. Tipped. Oh! Voigt got it on his hand. just couldn't hang on. It would have been really tough for him to be able to hang on and get it with one hand, but a nice stop nonetheless. Getting the hand up there is Greg Voigt for an incomplete pass. Lorenz now 3 for 6 passing rather at quarterback. So it's 2nd and 15 at the Patriot 45. Flayton in motion. They hand it off to Flayton. Dives ahead. Ball comes loose, but he was down. His knee had hit the ground. He was already down, so it's no fumble. Ball will be at the 49 of the Patriots. Gain of 4 by Flayton. Brady Engen with a tackle. Flayton has carried it twice now, both on this drive, and he has a total of 34 yards. So it's 3rd and 11 for Mayport CG. Broughton will go to the right side. Fury, the receiver, the left. 3 backs behind the quarterback, Lorenz. Flayton in motion. Pitch back. Rakowski finds a hole across midfield and pushes his way ahead to the Thunder 44. Everyone's slowly getting off the pile here. Draxton is in there on the tackle. And they'll set it down near the 44-yard line for a gain of 7. 7 carries, 69 yards for Rakowski, or 15 carries, 69 yards. That one was for 7 yards. 4th and 4. Patriots set up to punt, and it's a fake. Direct snap to the halfback. Rakowski with daylight, the 30, 25. Stiff arm across the 20 and now out of play. We're going to have flags here. We're going to have some flags here on Hatton-Northwood as Rakowski is going out of play, and we had some extracurricular shoving afterwards. As Rakowski had rolled all the way up to the sidewalk in front of the stands there where Hatton-Northwood's sitting across the Hatton-Northwood fans. He gets it all the way up to the 16 of the Thunder. Nice play there. They had Flayton set up to punt, and they did a direct snap to Rakowski. That was a beautiful play. Half the distance to the goal, so it'll be an 8-yard penalty on Hatton-Northwood. So it's 1st and goal. Up near the 8-yard line here. And they'll run up the middle. Lorenz get 2, maybe 3 yards. I think they're going to give him 2 here. Looks to be... Well, it looks like they might have given him 3. 3 yards for Luke Lorenz there. 3:13 to go, clock rolling here in the 3rd quarter. Patriots trying to get on the board, trailing 14-0. 2nd and goal, about 6 yards out. Back to throw, Lorenz under pressure and off his back foot, overthrows to Rakowski. Lorenz now 3 for 7 passing. 0 for 3 in the second half. So it's 3rd and goal here for Mayport CG. 6 yards from the end zone. 2:49 to go. 3rd quarter, 14-0 Hatton-Northwood. And waiting to have them put the football down. Now they do. Patriots will get up to the line of scrimmage. Receiver to the left side here. Krzyzewski. Broughton to the right. Fury in motion behind the quarterback. Pitch back, Rakowski dives up ahead. He's brought down just shy of the end zone. And the tackle's made by Ben Draxton. Ball is at the 1, 5-yard gain for Rakowski. And he's now run the ball for 102 yards unofficially. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 1. Lorenz went out to talk with the coaches. Now he's back in the huddle. Patriots can split the deficit pretty much in half here with a touchdown. But Hatton-Northwood, if they can stop this one, it's going to be a huge stop. Receiver on each side wide. Pitch back, Rakowski spins, dive, ball comes loose. And a scramble for it. No matter who has it, we're not going to have a touchdown. And it's going to be a turnover on downs or else Hatton-Northwood ball. Hatton-Northwood will have it. And it's going to be around the 2 or 3 yard line. Looks to be about the 3 yard line. So the Thunder will have the football at their own 3, and they stopped them. I think the Patriots got it back, but it would have been a turnover on downs anyway. Hard to say. 1:56 to go, third quarter. 14-0 remains the score. Hatton-Northwood with the lead. They're going to start at their own 3. And they'll need to go 97 yards for a score. But what a stop by Hatton-Northwood. They have played a heck of a ball game. And off, Prosser up the middle, dives ahead, and he's going to have about 5 yards.
Blake Clover carrying the ball back to number 33. Ryan Balllock. Is that second out of 5.
So 2nd and 5 here. And the ball about the 8 yard line. And nobody there. I think he wanted to hand off. Nobody's there. Wold now looking around left side. He'll be brought down for a loss by Brady Broughton. So it'll be a loss here. And Zach Wold now keeping the ball a total of 7 times. And he has lost 2 on this play to put him at 8 yards. Keeping the ball 7 times. So it's 3rd and 7 for Hatton-Northwood. Ball at their own 6. 32 seconds to go, third quarter. Thunder will have at least one more play here before the end of the quarter. If it's a running play, it might be their last one of the quarter. Twins to the left side. Wold back to throw. He's in trouble. Gets rid of it and nearly intercepted. He would have been down for a safety, so he had to get rid of the ball. And it got tipped up in the air, but nobody will end up with it, and it's going to be 4th down. And the Thunder are going to have to punt deep in their own territory at their own 6 yard line. For Zach Wold, that's now 8 attempts, and he's completed 2 passes in the ball game. We have 15 seconds to go, third quarter. The Thunder are going to punt, leading it here 14-0 over the Patriots. Mayport CG makes some exchanges here. Bring in Mark Thompson, Cody Nessett. A couple of guys in there on the return team. Patriots want a timeout here. We'll come back in 1 minute. And on the timeout, the punt is made by the Thunder, and it's going to take a Thunder roll all the way out to the 45, but it's still across midfield for Mayport CG, so they're going to have good field position as they take over on downs at the Hatton-Northwood 45 yard line. 4.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. No scoring here in the second half by either team. Hatton-Northwood led 14-0 at halftime, and that remains our score. Patriots will have time for one play before the third quarter. Over on 105.5 FM, Central Valley now leads Hillsboro 30-14. So it's 1st and 10 at the Thunder 45. Patriots get going here as they pitch it back. Rakowski trying to turn the corner, breaks through one tackle. Now up the middle, he's down to the 35, 30, and pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That is going to end the quarter. 3 complete. Culligan Water of Hillsboro scoreboard. Hatton-Northwood 14, Mayport CG nothing. We'll get ready for the 4th in 1 minute. Mayport CG is going to have the ball at the Hatton-Northwood 26 after a 19-yard carry by Rakowski to end the 3rd quarter. 14-0 Thunder. Handoff, Baldock to the 20, and he's brought down, tripped up by Evanstead. And they are going to have the 1st down. And Tony Evanstead made the tackle, but Baldock got tripped. He still managed to get that extra few yards and enough for a 1st down, 11-yard carry. He has 2 carries for 11 yards now. 1st and 10 at the Thunder 15. Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Lorenz hands it off. Baldock up the middle, spins around, and we've got a flag. Baldock is down at about the 10, but we do have a flag here on this play. And it's going to be a personal foul, a face mask on Hatton-Northwood. So they'll walk the penalty off from the 10, half the distance to the goal. Ball will be at the 5. And it's a 1st down. So it's now 1st and goal for Mayport CG at the 5-yard line. Pitch back, Rakowski looking for room, dives ahead. They will have him down short of the goal line, about 2 or 3 yards out. And they'll set the ball down. Looks to be about 3 yards out. Gain of 2. Chad Rakowski, he's carried the ball 20 times, 121 yards unofficially. Patriots up to the line here. 2nd and goal at the 3. Lorenz, quarterback sneak, and gains about a yard. Well, actually, they gave him about 2 yards, so 2-yard carry. On a quarterback sneak, ball at the 1. So it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Remember, Patriots had it down to the 1 in their previous drive, and Hatton-Northwood stopped them. See what happens here. Lorenz, quarterback sneak. Nope, they're not going to have it. Going to be 4th down. Looks to be no gain. So a nice job by the Thunder. They stop them there, but Mayport CG will still have one more shot here with 4th down and goal to go. Ball at the 1. I'll tell you what, Hatton-Northwood's defense has done a heck of a job on Mayport CG. And the Thunder are going to have to be ready because they've got some tough Class AA teams to face this season. Kind of got the raw end of the deal. Pitch back, right side, and in for the touchdown is Chad Rakowski. 9:21 to go in the ball game. 9:21 to go here in the 4th quarter. Mayport CG is on the board. They trail the Thunder 14-6 on a 1-yard run by Rakowski. So we'll see what the Patriots decide to go for here. $9:21 to go in the ball game. Patriots are going to go for 2. A chance to make it a 6-point ball game. They go with receiver on each end. Lorenz under center. Fake handoff, looks around to throw under pressure, deep pass left side, and all alone was Chad Rakowski for the touchdown, or for the 2-point conversion. Lorenz Rakowski, they get the 2-point conversion. 9:21 to play in the ball game. It's Hatton-Northwood 14, Mayport CG 8. Patriots will kick it away in 30 seconds. Mayport CG with a 45-yard drive. They get the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion's good. Patriots kick it away with the Thunder. Big run here up to across the 25-yard line by Dafford, as he caught that one way back behind the 10. Tackles made by Gerald Call. They're going to set the football down up near the 30-yard line. So Hatton-Northwood's lead cut to 6 now, 14-8. Chad Rakowski with a 1-yard touchdown run. And then the 2-point pass, 2-point conversion, Lorenz to Rakowski on the pass to the left side of the end zone. Ball is up near the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 Thunder. 9:13 to play in the ball game. 2 receivers, 1 on each side of the field. Handoff, Prosser to the left side, tripped up by Chad Rakowski. Prosser is down at around the 35. This is going to be a gain of 5. Prosser has carried the ball 17 times, 146 yards. And he has both Hatton-Northwood touchdowns. Second and 5 for Hatton-Northwood at their own 35. And we're going to have a false start here on the Thunder. There are a couple guys on the right side of the line that moved early. Patriots were trying to point it out. Didn't get called the first time, but it did the second. So it's a 5-yard penalty, and Hatton-Northwood will go back to where they started the drive at the 30. So for Hatton-Northwood, 8 penalties in the ball game. 48 yards in all. 2nd and 10 for the Thunder at their own 30-yard line. 8:24 to go in the ball game. Hatton-Northwood hanging on to a 14-8 lead over Mayport CG. Thunder scored all 14 of their points in the first half. Patriots with all 8 of theirs here in the fourth quarter. Pitch back, Prosser spins around, got tripped up, keeps going, dives ahead, brought down for a gain of about 4. David Peary was in there on the tackle, along with 1 or 2 other Patriots in there. And they will set the football at the 34. 3rd and 6 for the Thunder. So Blake Prosser with his 18th carry. Gains 4 that time. He's up to an even 150 on the ground. KMAV 1520 AM, Mayville, Portland. It's 9 o'clock. You're listening to high school football coverage from Jeromeburg Field in Mayville. And it's 14-8. Hatton-Northwood with the lead, and they have the ball. 7:24 to go in the ball game. Wall keeps it himself, runs to the right side, gets pushed ahead, and looks to be shy of a first down. It's going to be close. He's being chased on the right side there by Darrell Call, and then Brian Baldock came in there to help out. But this is going to be very close where they set down the football, and they might be just short, I think, but it depends on where they set it down. Oh, they're going to set it down just shy, I think. Yeah, the official moved the ball a little bit back and forth on where to set it down and then set it down so it'd be just shy, but I think they would have been just shy of it. So the quarterback keeper that time. Well, it's going to be 4th and inches at the Thunder 40, and they're going to go for it here. Receiver to the left side, 1 short to the right. Quarterback sneak up the middle. They've got it. This is going to be a first down. So Hatton-Northwood will keep the drive alive, and that will also keep the clock rolling, which at this point will be in Hatton-Northwood's favor. They're going to set the football down between the 41 and 42, it looks like. Looks like they gave him almost a full 2 yards. Harry Lipsey is going to come back in on the defensive line for the Patriots as the nose guard. That'll give Talon early a break. So a gain of close to 2 yards there. 1st and 10. Just shy of their own 42. Fake handoff. Wold looks around. Pass the right side. All alone and a completed pass. 30, 25, 20. Hillsland all the way down to the 15-yard line. Luke Lorenz was the only man to beat, and Lorenz was able to get him down, though. Andrew Hillsland with the catch, and that's his first catch of the ball game, and a big one right there to get the football down to about the 15-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of 43. So 43-yard reception, 3 for 9. At quarterback is Zach Wold. A total of 82 yards in the air. First catch by Hillsland, it totals 43. 1st and 10 at the Patriot 15 for the Thunder. Handoff, Prosser spins, not finding anywhere to go this time. And right there to stop him was Troy Dale. And looks to be no gain on the play here. They set the ball back down around the 15-yard line. So Blake Prosser now has kept the ball 19 times, 150 yards on the ground. Tony Evanstead comes in from the sideline for Hatton-Northwood. Precious time running off the clock here as well. Thunder with 2nd and 10 at the Patriot 15. Thunder lead 14-8, 4:46 to play. Receiver on each side of the field. Wold back to throw under pressure quickly by Dale. Got away from him, though. The pass is off. And it's incomplete. Lorenz nearly picked it off, but he was out of play if he would have. He landed pretty hard on the sidewalk out there, but gets up quickly. So it's 3rd and 10. Incomplete pass by the Thunder. Wold is now 3 for 10, 30% passing, 82 yards in the air for Hatton-Northwood. And now the Thunder bring Evanstead out and back in for them. Daffhorn, as they've kind of switched guys around all night. Done a good job of that. 3rd and 10 at the Mayport CG 15. Patriots trying to get a stop here and make it 4th down. And a fake handoff. Wold nearly was knocked out. His pass is intercepted. To left side, Clayton, and he's up to the 30, brought out of bounds. Jordan Clayton picked it off. And Mayport CG within 6 points. He'll have the ball in plenty of time. 4:28 to go. So Zach Wold, 3 for 11 in his first interception. And they're going to say he was actually out before the 30 at the 28-yard line. So 4:28 to go. Patriots with the football on their own 28. Lorenz back to throw on 1st and 10. And he's hit as he throws it. David Fury with the catch. David Fury caught the ball even after Lorenz got hit. The ball went way high in the air, and that could have been anyone's ball, but David Fury able to come down with it, and they get the 1st down. Football's up to the 47. That will be a gain of 19 on the completed pass. Lorenz 50% passing, 4 out of 8. And for David Fury, he has 32 yards on 3 catches. 1st and 10, Mayport CG. And they are at their own 47. Pitch back, Rutkowski Gets tripped up, and it'll be a loss of a couple of yards. Draxton with the tackle for Hatton-Northwood. This will be a loss of 2 yards. Patriots will be at their own 45. So it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Lorenz passes off, and it's caught. And it's going to be close to a first down as it's caught by Kevin Gershewski. His first reception tonight. And it'll be a first down. Completed for 13 yards. Lorenz above 50% passing now at 56. 5 for 9. 42 yards. Lorenz back to throw. Deep pass left side, and it's overthrown for his intended receiver on the left side, which again would have been Kevin Gershewski. So Lorenz now back at 50% passing, 5 out of 10. 3:22 to go in the ball game. Mayport CG with the ball. Hatton-Northwood has a 14-8 lead. Got a close one here. Thunder with all their points in the first half. Patriots in the second half getting their points. So Mayport CG up the line here on 2nd and 10. Football is at the Thunder 42-yard line. 3 backs of the eye, handed off. Rakowski looks for an opening, spins, got tripped up, and he's down at about the 40. Mayport CG will get about 2 yards on the run. And that's his 23rd carry tonight for 122 yards. 3rd and 8 for Mayport CG at the Thunder 40. Lorenz back, looking around for a receiver. Deep pass right side, intended for Broughton, and makes the catch. But we're going to have a flag. Broughton pushed off. Broughton pushed off, and I think this is going to be on Mayport CG. It's going to be interesting here. He pushed back into the face mask of I'm not sure who it was. Oh, they called on Hatton-Northwood. Okay. Well, there might have been some pushing both ways. It looked like the push I saw at the end there was on the receiver, but it's going to be a completed pass and a big one right there. Broughton got it all the way down to about the 8-7, about the 7-yard line. Big completion. It'd be about 35-yard reception for Broughton. But I think there was a little shoving going on both ways. Hatton-Northwood got burned on it. Of course, they ended up declining it because Broughton made the catch anyway, and then Hatton-Northwood takes the time out. Boy, we got a good one here down to the end. 2:43 to go in the ball game. Hatton-Northwood 14, Mayport CG 8. We're back in 30 seconds. Timeout taken by Hatton-Northwood. Mayport CG after a completed pass of 35 yards. Luke Lorenz to Brady Broughton. And Mayport CG will have the football 1st and goal at the 7. Patriots would tie it up with a touchdown, and then the extra point opportunity could give them a lead. Layton to the left, Fury to the right. Lorenz hands it off. Rakowski diving ahead. And they're going to get it up to around the 4 or 5. See where they set it down. Actually looks to be about the 6. So a gain of about a yard, and it's at the 6. 24 carries, 123 yards for Chad Rakowski. Patriots get up there again to the line at the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal. Broughton, the receiver to the left. Krzyzewski to the right. 3 backs on the eye. Pitch back. Rakowski pushes ahead, and the ball came loose. But after he was already down. And they will get a gain here. Ball be at about the 4, so that's a gain of about 2 yards there. 25 carries, 125 yards for Chad Rakowski. So that's exactly 5 yards a carry. Clock is running here, minute 47 to go in regulation. Patriots on 3rd and goal at their own 4, and the Patriots are going to use their final timeout with a minute 45 to go. 14-8, Hatton-Northwood with the lead. We're back in 30 seconds. Timeout taken by Mayport CG. That is their final timeout of the ball game. Hatton-Northwood still has one left. Thunder lead right now, 14-8, minute 45 to go in regulation. Mayport CG will have 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. They've been down in this position a couple times tonight. Last time they scored, the time before Hatton-Northwood stopped them. Patriots are coming up to the line here on 3rd and goal. A touchdown to tie it up, and then the Patriots potentially could get a lead on the extra point or 2-point conversion. Receiver on each side of the field. Ball knock in motion, right side. Lorenz pitches it back. Rakowski trying to turn the corner, and he got tripped up short of the end zone. He got tripped up. Football is going to be somewhere around the 2 or 3 yard line. We'll wait to see exactly where they set it down, but it's going to be 4th and goal. Patriots sent their man to the right side to kind of make it look like they're going to have a screen there for the runner to the right side. Then they pitch it back left side to try to fool the Thunder, and they end up getting a yard out of it, but nothing more. Ball's going to be at about the 2 yard line. 4th and goal at about the 2 yard line for the Patriots. Minute to go on the clock rolling. Patriots need a touchdown to tie it up. Lorenz hands it off, and they're not going to get it. Hatton-Northwood makes the stop. And I'm not exactly sure who for the Patriots had the ball. They handed it off there, but it's not going to make it. What a job by Hatton-Northwood defensively tonight. That's twice where within 1 or 2 yards of the end zone, Mayport CG has not gotten in there. So Hatton-Northwood can pretty much run things down. They don't want to take a knee. They're too deep in their own territory at about the 2 yard line. And now the Thunder are going to take a timeout. It'll be their last timeout. We're at 44 seconds to go in this one, and it's 14-8 Hatton-Northwood with the lead. We'll come back in 30 seconds. Well, Mayport CG turns it over on downs, and Hatton-Northwood takes a timeout as they have the ball at their own 2 yard line. What an impressive job by Hatton-Northwood's defense. They have done a nice job on Mayport CG. Patriots have had some chances, and it just has not worked out for them. Twice they were stopped just short of the end zone. This past drive, 2 yards out. And the 2 drives before that, they were a yard from the end zone, maybe perhaps a couple of feet. And Hatton-Northwood has done the job. They could take a knee, but they're deep in their own territory. You wonder if maybe instead they would have to run it. As long as they don't take the knee in the end zone. And they are going to try to push it ahead. Both teams without timeouts, so nothing can be done in that regard to stop the clock. The only thing you can do is try to see if you can force a fumble somehow. And that time, the ball went for no gain for the quarterback, Wold. 14 seconds ago, clock rolling. Thunder with the ball here, and they take the knee to finish it off. Clock's going to roll out. 5 seconds to go. And that's going to do it. Final score on the Culligan Water of Hillsboro scoreboard. Hatton-Northwood scoring 14 in the first half. And it holds up to be the winning points. Hatton-Northwood 14, Mayport CG 8 on the Culligan Water of Hillsboro scoreboard. That's your final, and we'll come back with the numbers in 2 minutes. Well, final score tonight here at Droneberg Field in Mayville. Hatton-Northwood hangs on to defeat Mayport CG in the opener for the year for both teams in a non-conference matchup. Hatton-Northwood wins 14-8 over Mayport CG. Big win for the Thunder is, I think that gets them off on the right foot. They're going to have a tough schedule ahead of them playing in Class AA this year. And for Mayport CG, hard-fought ball game. They got in the second half on one of their drives, got down to the 1-yard line, but Hatton-Northwood held them there. And then in their final drive of the game, where it came down to the last minute of the ball game, Hatton-Northwood held the Patriots down to the 2-yard line. So give a lot of credit to the Thunder in this one. Take a look at the scoring summary. Taking a look here, first off, in the first half of play, each team had one drive in the first quarter. Mayport CG would then have to punt it away at the start of the second quarter, but neither team would score in that first quarter, and we were scoreless after one. Hatton-Northwood on their third drive would score and get on the board after a David Dafford fumble recovery. That put the Thunder at the Mayport CG 37-yard line. Blake Prosser would complete the 37-yard drive with a 6-yard run for the touchdown. Prosser would then run it up the middle for the 2-point conversion. 8-0 was our score at that point, 7:01 to play in the first half, and the lead belonged to Hatton-Northwood. Mayport CG would be unsuccessful on the ensuing drive, and then Hatton-Northwood would get the ball back on a punt. A penalty would back them up to their own 30-yard line, and Hatton-Northwood, all it would take is one play on that drive. Blake Prosser broke a couple of tackle attempts, brought it up the right sideline, and Prosser would go 70 yards for the run, getting the touchdown. Prosser would try to run it in for 2, no good. And it was 14-0 Hatton-Northwood with the lead. That would be the score at the half. Thunder up 14-0. Second half, Mayport CG would get on the board, and it would be on their third drive. They would start their third drive of the second half at the Hatton-Northwood 45-yard line. 45-yard drive capped off by a 1-yard run for the touchdown by Chad Rakowski. The 2-point conversion was good as Luke Lorenz found Rakowski in the end zone on the left side all alone. So it was 14-8, Hatton-Northwood with the lead with 9:21 to go in the ball game. Hatton-Northwood then would have the football, and they would continue to bring it upfield. Then it was 3rd and 10 at the Mayport CG 15-yard line, and Jordan Flayton came up with an interception, returned it for about 23 yards, got it up to the 28-yard line. That's where the Patriots would start their drive with 4:28 to go. They would bring it all the way up the field, and they got to the 2-yard line, but were held by Hatton-Northwood. They held them 2 drives earlier at the 1. So Hatton-Northwood's defense at the goal line did an exceptional job. So Hatton-Northwood gets a win 14-8 tonight over Mayport CG. Hatton-Northwood now 1-0 on the year. Mayport CG falls to 0-1. Taking a look at the final stats here unofficially. For Mayport CG, 135 yards rushing, 77 in the air for a total offense of 212. Much improved over the first half of play where they had only 55 yards total offense. Hatton-Northwood for the ball game, 168 yards on the ground. They passed for 82 for a total offense of an even 250. So Hatton-Northwood with a total offense of 250 to Mayport CG's 212 tonight. Take a look at the individual totals. First off for Hatton-Northwood, running the football, Blake Prosser did a great job tonight. Ran for 150 yards, carried the ball 19 times, scored 2 touchdowns, a 6-yard run and a 70-yard run, also had a 2-point conversion run. Max Tangen with 1 carry tonight for 3 yards. Zach Wold had kept the ball 11 times at quarterback for 15 yards. Passing-wise for Hatton-Northwood, Zach Wold, the quarterback, 3 for 11 for a total of 82 yards, no touchdowns in the air, and was picked off once. Receiving-wise for Hatton-Northwood, Andrew Hillsland caught a pass for 43 yards. Ben Draxton with a catch for 34 yards, and Ross Mellon caught a pass for 5 yards. For Mayport CG, their ground attack was led by Chad Rakowski. Rakowski ran 126 yards for a total of 26 carries. Ryan Baldock, 3 carries, 16 yards. Jordan Flayton carried it twice, both in the second half, for a total of 34 yards. David Fury took the football on the ground twice for no gain. And Luke Lorenz, the quarterback, had the ball a total of 8 times for minus 43. Mayport CG passing-wise tonight, Luke Lorenz, 6 for 11 passing, 77 yards in the air. David Fury would catch 3 passes for 32 yards. Brady Broughton with a catch for 35 yards, which was a big catch in their final drive. Kevin Grishewski with a carry or a reception for 13 yards. Chad Rakowski caught a pass for a negative 4 yards. And those are the final stats, rushing, passing, and receiving for both teams. Penalties in the ball game tonight. For Hatton-Northwood, they would finish with 8 penalties for a total of 48 yards. And for Mayport CG, 6 penalties for a total of 40 yards. So Hatton-Northwood had 2 more penalties, 8 more penalty yards, and they hang on for the 14-8 win over Mayport CG. Also tonight in high school football, some 9-man action. Central Valley over Hillsboro, 36-14. Twins were trailing 6-0 in the 9th inning to the Texas Rangers. We'll come back and wrap things up here right after this 90-second timeout. It hangs on to defeat Mayport CG 14-8. Play of the game selections. Well, it could really go a lot of different ways in this ball game. Mayport CG will narrow it down here. First off, Luke Lorenz, nice job at quarterback, passed over 50%, 6 for 11, 77 yards. Got in a little bit of trouble getting sacked a few times and lost a fumble, but kept the team composed, and they had some chances. They just fell a little bit short. And also Chad Rakowski on the ground. He ran the ball 126 yards, including a rushing touchdown. And for Hatton-Northwood, first off, we'll go with Blake Prosser. Prosser did a great job in this one, picking up both their touchdowns and also the 2-point conversion for Hatton-Northwood. Ran the ball for 150 yards as he carried it a total of 19 times. And then also Zach Wold, who did a nice job at quarterback. And for the ball game, was 3 for 11. Was picked off once, but he did gain 82 yards passing-wise. And on the ground also had positive yardage, 15 yards in all. And then a couple of guys, mostly for defensive purposes. Thought Greg Voigt played a nice ball game. And also David Dafford returning and also played well on the defense. So we'll narrow it down to those guys tonight for our play of the game selections. Luke Lorenz and Chad Rakowski for Mayport CG. Blake Prosser, Greg Voigt, David Dafford, and Zach Wold for Hatton-Northwood. As the Thunder pick up 14 points in the first half, Mayport CG with 8 in the second half. Patriots got it down to the 1-yard line and to the 2-yard line on 2 separate drives, and the Thunder stopped them on those 2 drives, and that is what turned the tables in this one. So Hatton-Northwood picks up the win 14-8 over Mayport CG tonight. So the Thunder start things off on the right foot. 1-0 is their record. And they've got a double-A schedule ahead of them. I think they still have one more non-conference game coming up before they get into that. For Mayport CG, they start 0-1 on the season. Again, the final up at Central Valley. The Valiants win 36-14 over Hillsboro in a 9-man matchup. Hillsboro dropping to 9-man this year. Tomorrow, Major League Baseball on 105.5 FM in the afternoon, and then that'll lead us into Mayville State football. The Comets open things up at Aberdeen, South Dakota against Northern State. Kickoff at 5 p.m. We'll be on here probably 4:45 with Brian Larson from Aberdeen. That'll be coming up tomorrow on 105.5 FM. That'll do it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed our coverage, both with our 9-man action on 105.5 FM and also our game here in Mayville at Jeromeburg Field as well. Hatton-Northwood, a winner 14-8 over Mayport CG. Our engineer back at the KMAV studios is Jason Keating. We ask you to patronize our sponsors, or at the very least stop in and thank them. They're the ones who make these sports broadcasts possible. From Droneberg Field on the Mayville State University campus for KMAV Sports, I'm Craig Keating. Good night.